Basically, you're just upset
to the
at all the planting. A+ Kirk Cousins planting.
The source.
No, he tried saying Kirk Cousins couldn't plant yesterday.
He didn't plant.
He won the game.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
get the
So listen,
source.
there's a difference between winning the game and planting. He won the game because the Eagles' defense is trash. If you look at his cleats last night, 0 dirt stains on him, nothing because he didn't plant. His feet were not even entrenched in the grass or the sod whatsoever. He was shovel passing the entire time.
I thought he was planting fine.
I'm happy for him.
All right, we got 5 WNBA games, so let's quit fucking around and get into it. Liberty on the road in Washington. Mystics first half.
I think it's worth a shot here. Yeah, I didn't play it, but I think it's definitely worth a shot. I think Mystics full game also it's worth a shot here. New York has won the 3 head-to-head matchups. They've beaten them every time, but they haven't covered any of the numbers. 0-3 against the numbers. The thing that scares me a little bit here is that the Liberty are coming off a really bad loss at home against the Lynx, winning there on Sunday and absolutely mollywopped them. It wasn't even as close as the spread indicated. And Washington has been good, 8-2 against the number in their last 10 games. They're playing defense, 4-0 to the under as well. So I didn't play this one, but I'll be taking the points. I'm not laying here with the Liberty on the road, even though they are typically better on the road. It'd be Mystics plus the 10.5. This number is a little bit too inflated for me. Also, the last point I want to mention, the Mystics lost on Sunday to the Atlanta Dream. So now they're tied for the 8th seed. It's a 3-way tie right now for that last seed in the Western Conference with 2 games left. Most of these teams, every team that plays today also plays on Thursday, and that'll be the last game of the regular season. And then on Sunday, the playoffs will start. So Mystics kind of need this one. I know where I'm laying 10.5 in a game that they absolutely have to have.
Yeah, must win. Mystics plus 10.5. Next game, Minnesota, Connecticut. Connecticut's a home dog. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, and they are 0-3 straight up and against the number as a home dog this season. 2 losses to the Liberty and a loss to the Aces. They really struggle against the good teams. I will say this though, they've had the Lynx number. They've beaten the Lynx twice, one in Connecticut, one in Minnesota. I like the Lynx here. I do think they're a better team. Also a bad travel spot. Connecticut played on Sunday in Vegas. The Lynx played in New York. So how quick is it to get from New York to Connecticut versus getting from Vegas to Connecticut? So you could almost say that they got a major rest advantage here as well. I think the Lynx, they're 12-1 against since the Olympic break, straight up. I took the money line.
Money line. So Minnesota money line. Let me write that one down. I like that travel look there. Lynx money line. All right, next game. Chicago Sky, Atlanta Dream. Big number here, 9. That's because Chicago's been in a bit of a tailspin, right?
Absolutely. I think they're 3-11 since the Olympic break. And like I said, they still tied for the last place. I mean, for that final seed. But the Dream, I can't lay this many points with them here on the road. So I guess I would be catching the points. The bookmakers have priced me out. This opened at like 5.5. So this is also a game that I didn't bet. Cardosa is now listed as questionable. She hurt her shoulder 2 games ago. She tried to come back last game. And they ended up ruling her out. So I'm not sure if she's going to play in this one or not. If she does play, she'll be limited. And I think people know that. That's why the line is continuing to move. Without Cardosa, without Angel Reese, who's done for the season, this becomes a whole different team. It's Kennedy Carter and absolutely nobody. So I guess I would lean towards the under if I had to play. Maybe Chicago comes out early and fights. But the Dream are the much better team. And if the Dream win this game, the Liberty beat the Mystics, then the Dream end up with their AC, and they probably hold on to it because to end the season, the Mystics got the fever on deck as well. So I like the Dream in the spot. I'm not laying this big of a number though.
So under 154.5 for pass. All right, next game. Aces, Seattle, big road favorite. Wait. Am I reading that right? 8?
Yeah. It's
so the graphic says -8 on both sides. I'm assuming Seattle's supposed to be +8.
Yeah, they're +8. And the reason why the number's so big is because I think they're kind of just resting. Like Jill Lloyd got hurt 2 games ago. She didn't play in the last game. And then Ezzie Magmagoy, their starting center, also got hurt. She's ruled out of this game with a concussion. This line opened at 5 yesterday. So money continued to come in on the Aces. It makes sense. The Aces beating this team two of the 3 matchups. They beat them both times in Seattle. I think it's both. No, this is the second time in Seattle. So they beat them in Seattle, covered the number by this much as well. But I like the Aces defense, Kyle. We talked about, I know last time I was on your show, we talked about taking them in the fever under. It was a very contrarian look. The Aces defense has held 8 straight opponents under their team total. They're giving up an average of 73. So if you're telling me no Jewel Lloyd's going to be there, you're telling me Izzy McMcGuire isn't going to be there, I like that look a lot. I took it last night at 78.5, the Seattle Storm team total under, but I still play it. I think it's 77, 75, 76 or 77.5 now. I like both of those numbers as well. Seattle's offensive rating with Jewel Lloyd on the floor is a 102.4. We're off the floor 93.9. So I think that they're going to struggle to score. Ace has been by far the better defense, the best defensive team over the last 5 games as well. And they're playing at the 4th slowest pace over the last 5 games. So I think Seattle struggles to score here.
Seattle team total under 78.5. And I like that comment in there. You see that comment, Prop Beaver?
I do like his wording there. Very good, Mr. Barney.
Kirko Chains looked like a gardener out there the way he was planting.
Incorrect, though. I mean, 0 planting to be done.
All right, next game.
It was a drought.
Dude just won outright as a plus 5.5 dog. Drove down the field solely with his arm. Yeah, but he couldn't plant. Next game. Phoenix on the road in LA. Sparks short home dogs here. Plus 3. Mercury minus. Oh, man. That just shows you the state of the Mercury if they're only laying 3 to the Sparks.
Yeah, but the other thing here too, Kyle, is Kalia Copper continues to be out. I'm not sure how long she's going to be out for. The last 2 games she's been listed as questionable with a back injury, and then she hasn't played in either one of them. So I mean, it's the Sparks. You need a confidence boost and win before the playoffs. And why not get one against the Sparks in the Sky? They just got one against the Sky. They should be able to beat the Sparks in this spot. The reason I didn't bet this game, Kyle, because probably about 3 weeks ago, closer to a month, I took the Sparks team total under for the season long. It was 8.5. So if they lose this game tonight, then I cash my bet. So I just need them to lose one more game out of the last 2, and I'm good. They've been 1-9 straight up in their last 10 games. It's not going to be easy. I think that they're going to go all out just because they already have the draft capital for the most lottery balls to get the number 1 pick. They've been the worst team throughout the
So they have
WNBA.
nothing to lose by winning.
Absolutely. So they will fight hard. I just think the Mercury still should be able to get the job done. I think also player prop in this game because the Sparks can't guard any bigs at all. Look at if you want to stay away, just take Brittany Griner over her 18.5 points. She could score 25. Sparks also play really, really fast, which should force the Mercury to play a little bit faster because they've been playing slow. Total goes up and over to 163.5 as well. That's something that's on my short list that I haven't bet yet, but my favorite bet for this game would be that total up and over to 163.5. Just thinking the Sparks run. Why not have fun? You got 1 game left before the season ends. Rakia Jackson should have a really good game. I can see De'Erica Hamby playing well also. So I like the total a little bit more. Hopefully, like I said, I'm not going to bet on the Mercury because I just need the Sparks to lose 1 more game of their last 2 and I cash the future ticket. So I'll say over here.
Over 163.5. All right. Thank you, Chris. Make sure you guys give Chris a follow. Check out his channel. NBA coming up. We'll be doing the NBA show daily here. That should be looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, guys. Best of luck to you guys tonight, fellas.
Have a good night, man. All right. Let's bring Modai and Toes. Now, Modai said he only has a few home runs. He's just going to hang out. Matt, so I need to get Matt's take here. A lot of heavy criticism about the play call. I thought the play call was perfect. You just got to catch the ball, man. The play.
I mean, yeah, totally agree. I could not agree more. I mean, and I don't blame Saquon. That sucked. He's going to catch that ball 199 times out of 100. It was just a terrible drop. So I'm not mad at Saquon. I mean, the play was open. He catches the ball, the game's over. I totally agree with you. I think that you can make the argument that they should have gone for it on 4th. It was a kind of a weird, aggressive. I'm not saying I agree with that, but I can understand that criticism more. He was kind of aggressive, not aggressive sometimes, not super consistent, but I mean, you expect your defense to get a stop, no timeouts against that was the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. So I agree with you. The pass was fine.
Yeah, I mean, if the play call worked perfectly, how can you criticize? It worked perfectly. It was exactly what it drew up. It would have got 4 yards, game over. Exactly what it was drawn up to do. That's just unfortunate how it played out. And you can't really blame Saquon Barkley because he was great in the game. He made a mistake. Awesome. It happens. And you hate to see it. It couldn't happen to a nicer group of folks, those poor folks in Philadelphia. Just what a nice city. What a nice group of people. And thoughts and prayers.
I appreciate that.
You hate to see it.
they handled it really well. You know, like obviously a city that handles losing with class.
Well, let's not forget that the Phillies got mollywopped as well. So just hate to see it.
The Rockies
true.
didn't. Sensatella, I tried telling you.
We both won our bets.
Yeah, but Rockies was a way cooler win.
I give you that. Touche. I'll give you that.
All right. So
Shout out Young Wei Koo.
Oh, we actually have 4 minutes. I told everyone MLB at 4. So in case somebody's showing up at 4. Modi, I took Eagles +3, by the way, this week. That's just way super overreaction. The Saints opened up its 2.5-point dogs. It started swinging, and then all of a sudden the Saints were laying 1.5. Then it was 2.5, and I was like, this hits 3. I'm taking Philly. Nailed it. I mean, the reason I liked the over in the Dallas Saints game was I thought Derek Carr could make plays on the Cowboys defense. If you look last year, Derek Carr's best games were against teams that had elite pass rushes because he gets the ball out so fast. So when he plays a defense that relies on getting to the quarterback, he actually it actually works in his favor because he throws the defense off balance by getting the ball out so fast. The Eagles don't have a pass rush. I mean, they don't have a pass rush. So I actually think the Eagles are going to sit back in coverage and rush 4. Yeah, go ahead, Derek Carr. Pick us apart. I like the Eagles.
It's a perfect buy low spot on the Eagles and then sell high on the Saints. Like, you're telling me they're going to score every single possession, Derek Carr? Like, I'm sorry, there's no way that's going to be able to sustain itself.
Yeah, and I mean, the Saints' run defense, I don't expect to be good. It was bottom 10 in the NFL last year. They didn't really upgrade anywhere on the defensive front, so I expect that to be a bad run defense. Falcons had a top 5 run defense, and the Eagles were still running on them a little bit last night. So I expect the Philly to average 7 yards a carry in the game. Yeah, I'm on the Birds.
And the Saints' offensive line, like, we're supposed to be terrible heading into the year, and they're just like poning dudes. Like, they just made the Cowboys' run defense was never that good. Yeah,
well, I mean, part of that was Derek Carr gets the ball out so fast. So if you're a team that relies on the pass rush, it's like, what are you supposed to do? There's a kid. There's our new guest, Reese.
Yeah.
What's up, Reese?
Yeah, you can say hi really quick. Hold on. Say hi. Say hi, Kyle.
Reese, you see that Rockies game yesterday, bud?
No.
Oh, you missed it. You got to stay up late for those, man. They came back at the end. I tried telling your dad.
Wow. Say good job. Nothing.
You can tell Kyle did a good job.
He watched the Eagles choke, though. I could see it in his face. He's a little disgusted by it.
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty pissed off that it cut into his Spider-Man time. He wasn't happy with it.
Someone said, "Keep doubting the Saints, Kyle." Yo, I was on the Saints. I said the Saints would score. I took the over because I thought the Saints would score.
I'm not kidding when I say I think Kyle was the only person that I saw all week consistently saying that Derek Carr would have a good day.
Yeah,
like over and over and over again.
All right. Anyway, we still got 2 minutes. Any other thoughts on the Eagles you'd like to share? We're not doing the Eagles game at the end anymore. So if you anything you'd like to get off your chest, this is a safe space.
Well, yesterday was just like a swift kick into each testicle because not only did like separately, like one kick to the right one kick to the left, because I had Bijan, like all my plays lost in that game. Like Dallas Goedert was just a bad read. Something like that happens. I'll take the L on that. But I had Bijan 5+ receptions, and he had a face mask where he had a reception that was called back. Normally those plays, like the play stands and then you get the yards. I don't know why that play was negated. I've never seen that with the face mask. Like if you get a 50-yard gain,
it stays.
And then a face mask. It didn't happen last night. I don't know.
Was it a reception for a loss? Maybe. Maybe they get to choose.
But you like what? You can't.
Oh, I don't know. I'm spitballing. I'm not saying what I'm saying. Maybe I'm throwing a suggestion. Maybe because it was a loss, they get to choose. Like, I don't know. He also dropped a wide open pass too.
And he dropped one. And he ended with 4 receptions, and I had him at 5. And I would have been profitable for the night if he had hit that. And then so it's like, yeah, it was tough. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do is right. But it is now 4 p.m. Toast is going to go through some MLB, and also Modi's got a couple home run props for us. I'll see if I can find something to tail. Yesterday, I shouldn't say I tailed because I did the Rockies on my own. I saw Sensatella. I got fired up. But yes, I went 1-1, but the Rockies was a plus money. So I think I was profitable with those. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, Giants Orioles in Baltimore. We got Blake Snell on the road. Albie, Big Al. Short road favorites here for the Giants is ugly, man. Got to go Baltimore, right?
I played Baltimore last night at plus 100. It's pretty much there, 105 right now. Again, I've said this multiple times. Regardless of what you think of him or what his expected numbers are, Albert Suarez is one of the MVPs of this Baltimore team, especially in the second half of this season. I mean, over his last 7 starts, he had one crazy blow up against the White Sox of all teams, but then goes on the road in Boston, pitches well. Prior to that, goes on the road in Colorado, pitches well. At home against Houston and Boston, pitched well. On the road at Tampa Bay and Toronto, pitched well. So my point to that being, I have a hard time believing that Albert Suarez doesn't pitch somewhat decently here today against this San Francisco team that is not scoring to save their lives. Yes, Baltimore isn't either, but focus on San Francisco really quickly. They play much, much better at home. We know that. That's the spot that we like to play them, 5 or 10 games over 500 or something like that compared to way under 10 games under 500 on the road. And look at the San Francisco scoring their last 10 games. All are the first 6 of them are at home. 3, 0, 0, 0, 13, 2, 7, 6, 1, 3. It's just like an anomaly if this team scores more than 2.5, 3 runs in a game. So, I mean, does San Francisco have the starting pitching advantage? Absolutely. But what we've also seen with Blake Snell after that 7-inning performance against Miami, I mean, besides that 7-inning performance besides Miami, he's not pitching very deep into games. He's had a 1-inning performance. He's had a 3-inning performance. He's had a 5-inning performance. So I'm just not in a spot where I think that he's going to pitch 6-7 innings into this game. And if that's the case, I think that you have to take Baltimore at plus money considering how much of an advantage Baltimore's going to have later on in this game. Yes, the Baltimore bullpen isn't something that you're looking to back on a daily basis, but they are much better than the San Francisco bullpen. There's no question for me about that. So to get Baltimore at home at plus money with the Giants having to travel all the way across the country, again, they had a day off in between, but so did Baltimore. So yeah, I just couldn't pass up the plus money with Baltimore at home.
Yeah, I just added Orioles money line to my list of possible. There's 15 games, so I don't want to just be jumping. I want to wait and hear you out on a couple. Modai, nothing here?
No. Yeah, someone in the comments was mad because said, am I staying for the whole show or just doing the dodgy in and out bullshit? It's football season. I'm not doing every game for the MLB like I was over the summer. So I know you're kind of in the same boat, Kyle, but unfortunately I just don't have time to do baseball every day anymore.
Someone said that I bet Carolina plus 4 in week 1, which is true, and Dallas minus 6.5 in week 2, and then I'm a bandwagon better. And I said, that's not true. And he goes, LOL, go watch the videos. Dude, you go watch them. I didn't say that. I very clearly took the over because I said I thought Derek Carr would have a good day.
Yeah, I lived them.
I made those videos. You could go watch them. Anyway, next game. I'll never understand people that lie in internet comments. It's like the strangest.
He's dead serious too.
Oh no, I know he's dead serious. So we all can go look and see that you're wrong.
Yeah, someone on my channel said I'm too much of a homer with the Eagles and I can't take me serious. And I was like, I didn't bet them. I was like, if I had me to guess, I'm guessing they would cover the spread, which was wrong. But then I said I'm not betting it, so I don't know.
One time I faded the Knicks 6 straight times and then bet them, and in the video, I'll be like, you can't take this dude serious. He just bets his favorite team.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, all right. Shouldn't have told anyone that I'm a Knicks fan. Dodgers, Marlins in Miami. Bobby Miller. He's no longer Bobby Thriller. Not in my eyes. He has to earn that title.
That's gone. The thrill factor for Bobby is completely gone.
Final score 10-9 Marlins. No, 10-8 Dodgers win.
Absolute pass for me. I don't want to play Dodgers team total over 5.5 after a 4-game series against Atlanta without a day off in between, and now they got to go face a Miami team that, yes, is absolutely terrible, but what's the get-up factor for the Dodgers facing Mr. Darren McCovin? That's how you say his name? I'm not positive about that. He hasn't been terrible. I mean, he's been essentially average, so I would actually lean under 9.5. I don't think that's not me trying to make a case that Bobby Miller is going to come in here and pitch well, but I also don't think that he's probably going to give up 6 or 7. He'll probably give up 2 or 3 or something like that. I know that Miami team total is going to be really popular play today. Again, I think that you kind of fade all of that. I would say under 9.5 or pass if I had to make a bet. I'm not betting this game because I just don't like the spot after those 4 games against Atlanta, and now they're facing a Miami team that would just love to play spoiler. So it's an easy pass, under 9.5 or pass.
Yeah, I feel like isn't Miami the ballpark that's just been free overs all year?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's another reason why I just.
But it's like
I felt like 9.5 was very high. Like 9 would have been pushing it.
The over's 52 and 19 here.
Is that because of just like the pitching stinks? Because it's not. It's a pitcher's park. Like it's not
At that point, it's more just variance than anything. And I hate saying that word. Like, but there's no other. You can have
variance.
Yeah. I knew that was coming, but like if you have, I mean, like the White Sox pitching staff is beyond terrible, even worse than Miami's, and their overs don't go over like that. So yeah. I honestly think it's just more luck about how it all plays out personally. But
and obviously that has to do with the line. So yeah, anyways.
That as well, 100% yes.
Apparently, according to someone in the comments, his name is pronounced McCoggin. Mm-hmm. Anything here, Modai?
Yeah, I took a super square Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run. I got him at plus 230. Right now, the best offered price is plus 215. Like the Darren McCoggin, if that's what we're going with, he's like his in terms of home runs isn't terrible in terms of home runs allowed. Like since he's made 3 starts in the last month, like September 1st, 7th, and 12th, he's only given up 1 home run. But his advanced stats like aren't that phenomenal. Like the 22nd worst barrel rate, the 16th worst hard hit rate, literally the worst average exit velocity against, and the 2nd worst launch angle. So he's allowing batters to hit the ball hard and to put the ball in the air. And like Ohtani is just like on a mission to get to the 50-50. Like he's been on fire recently. He didn't hit one yesterday, but that was against Max Fried. He didn't hit one on Sunday, but he smoked Charlie Morton. So it's not like he's been bad at the bat. So yeah, I'll take Ohtani.
Ohtani home run. That's rare from you, Matt. You never bet this guy. I feel like you have that every time you come on. It's hit a lot, though.
He's a good player.
Next up. He's a good baseball player.
Yeah.
Please, Reds, win this game.
I agree.
I'm rooting the Reds. I'm a Reds fan tonight. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, the Mets and Braves are racing for that last wild card spot. And you know what? Arizona's dropping back there too. It's a 3-man race for that spot. A Reds upset win here would mean a lot to me. Toast, does it happen? The Braves just traveling into Great American, just got finished with a shellacking at the hands of the Dodgers yesterday. You're muted.
Yeah, I really want to take the Reds here. I haven't yet. I've been trying to kind of dive in a little bit, but it's only Reds or pass for me. Grant Holmes has been somewhat decent, I guess, for the Braves in his short 4 starts for them, but he's also not going to be going super deep into these games. Not that the Atlanta bullpen is like absolutely taxed or anything like that, but once you start playing that game, as far as you're not going to be using the high leverage guys like Iglesias and Jimenez, I can get behind trying to get to guys like John Brebbia or Dylan Lee or Jesse Chavez, but I think you have to focus on in this game is Brandon Williamson. And if you think that he can go out and pitch well, I think you have to bet the Reds. Now, Brandon Williamson, this is going to be his 3rd start since coming back off of injury this year. His first 2 starts really well. And you're looking, the good signs is that he went 3 1/3 his first start, 5 5 full innings his 2nd start. So he's probably starting to get stretched out here. And he's facing a Braves team that normally is a team that we're like, oh yeah, versus left-handed pitching, they're really good. But since they've had some trades and injuries, that's kind of turned around over the last 14 days. They're about middle of the pack. But if you take a look at the lefty starters that are facing the Braves, I mean, they're pitching pretty well. I mean, Mackenzie Gore only gave up 2 runs in 3 2/3 innings. It was not great, but again, Mackenzie Gore has really pitched well against them his whole career. So whatever you want to think of that, go be it. But Austin Gomber, Kyle Freeland, DJ Hers, Mackenzie Gore again, Christopher Sanchez all pitched extremely well in over 5 innings against them. So I just have a hard time believing that Brandon Williams comes out here and gets absolutely shellacked. He faced Milwaukee and St. Louis. Again, it's not like those teams are like absolutely fantastic, but again, they're not like the bottom of the barrel. Cincinnati also had the day off yesterday, which is a positive. So they're going to have all their arms rested and available in their bullpen. And just like I talked about the Dodgers, we have Atlanta coming off a 4-game series with the Dodgers and now on the road with no rest in Cincinnati with a team that's out of the playoffs, but again, would like to play spoiler as well. I just can't lay that price with Grant Holmes on the road. So it's Reds or pass. I haven't bet it yet, but the chances are very high that I do.
Yeah, I'm good. I hope you're right though. Moda?
Yeah, I know.
I didn't actually bet it, but a lot of people that I respect like Ozuna to hit one. He's 290 at FanDuel. Again, I didn't bet it, but if you're just looking for something like to throw in around robin, Ozuna's solid.
All right, next game. Twins. Oh, Cleveland came through for you yesterday. What are they down? 4-0? 3-0?
3-0, yeah.
Yeah, say what you want about the first 5 innings, but from inning 6 on, I think Cleveland's the best team in baseball. Not just their bullpens, but I feel like the bats come through also. I feel like Cleveland has come from behind to win so many games this year. I've been on both ends of those comeback wins. So Gavin Williams pitching against Z Matthews. Zebby. I know his name now. I said Z Matthews jokingly once. You go right back to Cleveland here?
I would if you would have got it a little bit earlier. I kind of missed the number. If you want to get, I think you can get maybe a minus 130 on BetMGM maybe, but everywhere else it's in like that 140 range. It's just a little bit out of my price range. I do think that Cleveland wins. The Twins are on a free fall. 3-7 their last 10, 7-13 their last 20, 12-18 their last 30. You guys know I like to say it. They're not even playing 500 baseball over the last month, so I'm not going to. They can't be priced like that. My point is that I wish that I could get to the Twins at this big plus price, but with the way that they've been playing, I just can't do it. I don't really trust Gavin Williams. He's kind of an all or nothing type of guy. He also has really good numbers against the Twins in his career. His last 3 starts against them, 2 of them last year, 1 of them this year, 12 total innings, only 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, and he had 1 4-walk performance, but besides that, he was fine. So I would lean under 8, or pass. That would be me. I think that Cleveland wins, but I don't want to pay minus 140 for this Cleveland team that still struggles to hit right-handed pitching regardless. They're winning games like 4-3, 2-0, stuff like that. So again, it's just not a spot where I'm trying to lay minus 140 with a coin flip. Not to mention, I think that Clase went
2 in a row. I just looked 2 in a row.
Back-to-back nights. Would you not? So again, he'll be
that
available
doesn't mean
because
shit for this team, though.
I was just about to say, I know that he's going to be available because they'll pitch him 50 days in a row if they can, but it's just something to be aware of. So again,
hold on with the under though, plus 10% home run, plus 9% run index on ballpark. Pal.
Yeah, again,
favorable weather.
Under or pass.
Yeah, but the roof is closed.
Shut the fuck up. There's no roof here. You're not getting me on that shit. There's no roof.
These teams play under, I mean, their last 10 games against each other. The over is 8. It's went over 8 runs 2 times in the last 10 games. It's went over 8 runs these 2 teams have played.
I feel like this whole division, the AL Central, is just under City.
Yeah, it is.
Modai?
Nothing in this one.
All right, next game. I remember there was a period last season where I was blindly taking unders in any AL Central division game. Boston on the road in Tampa. Speaking of division games, we got Pavetta away from Fenway. Okay, I'm listening. I could be coerced into a Boston bet as long as this dude isn't pitching in Boston. Is minus 130 too much, though, for a Red Sox lineup that is not the same as it was 2 months ago?
I think so, personally. This is such an easy pass for me. Both of these teams, you really don't know what you're going to get. They're almost identical the last month of the season. They're essentially both playing barely 500 baseball. I think the Rays are 2 games under. I think the Red Sox are 2 games under their last 30 games. Pavetta's been pitching extremely well his last 3 starts. I have no reason to believe that he doesn't pitch well here today, but at the same time, I mean, Shane Baz has been pitching well as well. Tampa's coming off like a 12-game road trip. Again, this is such an easy pass for me. There's no way. You could have got Boston earlier yesterday at like around minus 105. They're like minus 130 right now. I just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm good too. If Toast was selling Boston, I would have bought some, but I'm good. Matt, anything here?
Yeah, this is another one, honorable mention. I haven't bet it yet. I still might get to it. I've been waffling all day. It's Jonathan Aranda did a home run. He's been hitting just missiles, and he hits the fastball really hard, which is what Nick Pivetta throws like over 50% of the time. Now, Pavetta's fastball is really good. He doesn't allow a ton of like hard contact and home runs off of it. But like I said, Aranda has been so good, and it's 630, so you're getting a pretty good price. If I play that, I'll definitely play that lower than the other ones. But I think that's a pretty good look.
Aranda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been killing it for them.
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball so hard.
So hard.
He's got home run. God damn it!
All right.
Oh man, that reminded me that anytime touchdown song is sensual. I mean, if I listen
You like
to that,
it? Prop Beaver showed his range there.
I tried.
my fiance was going to get pregnant if she was here when she listened that song was playing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people said Prop Beaver was his music industry was done after the Dong song, but he came back, he showed his versatility, and yeah,
we back.
He's a good player.
May not like Beaver.
Nats on the road in. Someone just said Tua is placed on the IR. We'll miss 4 games minimum.
It happened when we were recording.
Oh, okay. Washington on the road, Citi Field. Grimace. Meatball McGill on the mound. I mean, I'm not at this price, but of course, Mets. No, I mean, actually, there was a series earlier in the season where the Mets couldn't get to any of the Nats lefties, and the Nets lefties are tricky when it comes to the Mets.
Except for Mitchell Parker.
Oh, is he the exception?
He is the exception.
Mackenzie Gore, I know, is sneaky good against the Mets, and Corbin will. Oh man, there's a fly on my freaking. Corbin, Corbin, is always down to surprise us with a good game, but I guess Mitchell Parker's the exception. So you like Grimace here?
I'm going right back to the same bet yesterday. Mets first 5 run line, minus 115. Again, I got everything I wanted yesterday besides the Mets scoring runs. Mania gave up 1 run. It is what it is. But now Tyler McGill, Mr. Meatball, honestly hasn't looked bad since coming back. One blow-up start on the road against the Cubs, but I mean, giving up 4 runs in 6 innings to Houston and Atlanta, I mean, it's somewhat expected. So his last couple home starts haven't been fantastic, but this Nationals team against right-handed pitching is really not the same as when they are against lefties. Not to mention the fact you have a Mets team that I've already hit up Mitchell Parker once this year, and against left-handed pitching over the last 14 days, 30 days, or full season, the New York Mets are essentially a top 4 team in baseball versus all lefties. So, yeah, I'm going right back to what I missed yesterday. I'm not going to let it happen again. But, yeah, I think this is a very good spot for the Mets to come back and win. They just keep on finding ways to win. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good at this number. Moda?
It's probably on too.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Next game. Tigers, Royals, Cole. Oh, Casey. Don't flash that plus 136 at me, Casey. I want to go Tigers. Toast, can you talk me into it?
I can't because I'm on the other side. Well, you can play Tigers money line, and we can play a little Colorado game like we did yesterday.
Royals first 5?
Yeah, Royals first 5 on the run line, minus 120 here. I think this is a get right type of game for Kansas City. This is like a game where I think they really have to have this one, losing 2 in a row. They're in a spot where they're still fighting for that playoff spot. And you have your ace on the mound in Cole Reagans, who his last home start against Minnesota, he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and no runs. And previous to that, his last couple of home starts weren't great, but all of his road starts were pretty damn good. Houston got to him a little bit, but he has a really good history against this Detroit team in his career going back to just last year. Just under 18 innings, only 6 runs, under 9 hits, 27 strikeouts or something like that. The walks have been a little bit of an issue for them, but again, I just think that this Tigers team is very good. There's no question that they're playing out of their mind right now, but at the same time, they're going to have a whole bunch of righties in that lineup, and that's the spot that Cole Reagan really, really dominates on. Cole Reagan versus righties, a 107 whip, 325 FIP, 267 WOBA, compared to lefties where it's 320 123, 150, and over 4.5 almost on the FIP. Tigers are only going to have Riley Green, McKinstry, and Colt Keith as lefties in that lineup. Perez goes left, our switches, but at the same, I don't really worry about him. So Kansas City, we saw them score yesterday. That wasn't the issue. The pitching let them down. I have a hard time believing Cole Reagan lets them down today. So I don't want to deal with that bullpen because I don't trust them, but they are rested. But again, like I said, I don't want to trust them. And if you look at the Tigers bullpen, they're taxed among Bolivian as well. So everything sets up for the Royals here. But like I said, I don't want to play the Royals full game. I just want to focus on Reagan's versus Casey Mize, who I know you love Casey Mize sauce, and so do I. But the fact of the matter is he's had one good start of his last 5 or 6, and everything else has been somewhat average. So if he gives up 2 or 3 here today, I still think I win this bet, and maybe the Tigers can pull it out late. But yeah, Royals first 5 run line for me.
You can get it over 7.5 at -125 on ESPN bet right now. I'm taking it. Over. Give me over.
You know what's crazy?
Is that crazy?
8 of their last 10 games between these two teams have went over that number.
Well, it's
not even close. That's just crazy. I figured it'd be low scoring, but it's not. It's
the wind's blowing out. Both these bullpens are in a shit situation. The Tigers keep finding ways to score runs, so Cole Reagan's doesn't scare me.
Is Kerry Carpenter, does he not start against lefties? Is he out of the lineup?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Nothing here, Matt?
No, nothing.
All right, next game. Phillies, Brewers, Wheeler versus Montas. Anything here, Matt?
Yeah, I took Bryce again.
Let's hit the song.
And it makes you feel down. And it makes you feel down. And it makes you feel down. Down.
And it makes you feel. All right, you're going back to Bryce.
Yeah, he didn't hit one yesterday, but he hit three missiles. He had one 95 miles per hour off the bat, traveled 364 feet, just not quite hard enough to get out of the stadium. And then another 2 hits that left the bat at 100 plus miles per hour. Frankie Montas has not been terrible recently, but he really struggles against lefties. He's seen about the same number of at-bats, 312 against at-bats against lefties, 285 against righties. That's minimal over that large of a sample size. And 13 of the 18 home runs that he's given up have come to left-handed hitters. Home run per 9 against lefties, 1.75, only 0.63 against righties. And the 2 most frequent pitches that he throws, which are like the majority of his pitch mix, are cutters and four-seam fastballs. And anything with heat, I don't even want to know what you're laughing at. Anything with heat, Bryce is going to hit hard. And like the off-speed stuff is what he's really struggled with, like curveballs, changeups, anything off-speed Bryce has really struggled with. The heat, he's been really good. So he didn't hit one yesterday, but I'll go right back to Bryce. And the price is, if you give me 2 seconds, is currently best offered at $4.25 at Bet365.
So, someone said about the dong song, he goes, "Song? Isn't this just a man yelling into the microphone?"
I mean, the range that he shows going from like Ed Sheeran to Dong Song, and then whatever the touchdown song is.
Yeah, anytime. Oh, wait, did we freeze? I think they can hear us, but our image froze. It comes back in a second. Yeah, that's that song, man. All right, when it comes back, we'll go to the next game. There we go. We're back.
The main
Can I give my bet in this game or no?
Yeah, no.
Oh, sure, I guess.
Phillies run line, first 5 run line, then go to the next game.
Oh my!
Wheeler. Oh, it froze again. Oh, there we go. Wheeler on the road against how many lefties?
Like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah, probably the bet. Then. Probably the bet. Yeah. So Toast likes Phillies first 5 run line. Next,
you took my argument.
Next game plays.
It's the Oakland game, right?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Oakland and Wrigley. Spence versus Wicks.
I didn't bet this just because of how hot the Cubs bats are, but I really want to take Oakland. maybe the first 5 would be a better bet. Again, I didn't bet this, but I don't know if everybody is realizing how well Mitch Spence has been pitching over the last month and change. And he's a guy I continue to play first 5 unders with and make some money with. And maybe I should do it here today, but I don't like the fact that Oakland again, this is a pass for me, but I really want to play Oakland.
I don't know. I'm intrigued. I'm listening.
Mitch Spence has pitched really, really well. His last 3 road starts, Cincinnati, Texas, and Houston, 17 total innings, 5 runs. I mean, the dude is pitching extremely well. He had a really good outing against Detroit. Tampa Bay got to him. But besides that, I mean, Mitch Spence is pitching well. And Jordan Wicks is just kind of really hit or miss. I mean, at times he can look really good. At times he can look really bad. And he's just not a guy that I'm really willing to lay a huge price with, like minus 166 or minus 155 for the full game. The reason that they're priced like this is because the Chicago offense is playing on God mode right now. I mean, 9-6, 5-5, 8-6, 10 their last, whatever that is, 7 games. So it's really hard for me to sit up here with a straight face and think that Mitch Spence is going to completely mow all these guys down. But at the same time, I mean, he's pitched against Houston, Detroit, Texas, Cincinnati. I mean, it's not murderer's row, but those are decent offenses that are fighting for playoff spots, or at least 2 of those teams are. And on the road in Cincinnati isn't an easy place to pitch. So Chicago's scoring out of their mind. So again, I'm not going to bet it, but I really, really want to bet Oakland here today.
Yeah, I was looking. I want to bet Oakland too, but I'm not going to.
It's you can't. But
someone said that the Padres have a really good record on episodes when your son shows up on this thing. I don't know if there's any truth to that. So whenever Toast Son pops up the screen, apparently the Padres win that day. No idea if that's true. Move on to the next one.
He's on the show a lot. The Padres win a lot.
Does Modai have any selections in this one?
No, he would have spoken up. Modai, do you have anything?
No, I mean, I didn't bet it, but Rooker is another good bet tonight. I went with 3. And he was like, probably if I went with 4, he'd probably be the one. Yeah.
I was going to say his hits, runs, and RBI like minus 125 should be free there.
Okay. There.
Next game. Pirates, Cards. Toast, nice bet last night. Cards money line. I don't know why I didn't take this one.
Well, guess what? You can do it again tonight. Cards money line, Cards minus 1.5.
You threw the run line in there.
Oh, yeah, plus 150. Don't look now, but Fat Lance is mowing guys down. You guys, look at this. Over his last 7 starts, one time he had a bad start against Washington. You throw that out. 5 innings, 1 run against Cincinnati at home. 5 innings, 1 run against Texas at home. 5 innings, 0 runs against Pittsburgh on the road. 6 innings, 2 runs against Chicago. 6 innings, no runs against Cincinnati. 6 innings, 1 run against Atlanta. Fat Lance is killing it right now. I don't know if it's the diet. I don't know if he's just playing free. I don't know what it is, but Fat Lance is pitching out of his mind right now. Not to mention the fact that Bailey Falter started the season pretty damn hot and has really regressed lately. He had 1 good start against Miami, but Washington, Cleveland, Cincinnati, the Dodgers obviously all got to him. Not to mention he doesn't have the best history against this Cardinals team. They saw him earlier this year. He was on the road in St. Louis. He went 4 innings, gave up 8 hits and 3 runs. I think St. Louis has a starting pitching advantage. I think St. Louis has a batting advantage, and I think they have the bullpen advantage as well because they're all rested and ready to go. St. Louis money line, St. Louis minus 1.5 at a big plus price.
Yeah, I never. I don't need much convincing to fade Bailey Falter. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's true too.
I'll glance at it. See what price I can get right now. Cardinals money line minus 138. Okay. All right, Matt. Anything here?
Nope, nothing here. But I am betting Brent Rooker. I looked into it a little bit more and decided to actually bet him. So I can add that to one of my official ones.
That's the one that hit for you last night, right?
Yep. And like Wicks what sold it to me is Wicks throws a 4-seam fastball like over 50% of the time, and Rooker just hits nukes off of 4-seam fastballs. He crushes them. So yeah, that's what sold me.
We like nukes. We're a fan of nukes.
Just for the record, Brent Rooker also has almost a 17% barrel percentage against those pitch mix as well.
1 sec. Let me just share you can go on to the next game prop here. I just want to share my Cardinals screenshot to the Discord real quick. We don't wait for you.
This game, Toronto, Texas is like such an easy pass for me. It's not even funny. Let me look at the price right now just to see if it's changed really. Yeah, there's just no way. I can't lay this juice. I can't lay this juice with this Texas team. And I cannot bet on Chris Bassett right now. So first of all, Chris Bassett, his history against this Rangers lineup, absolutely terrible. He faced them twice last year. 9 total innings, 10 runs, 17 hits, only 2 or 3 strikeouts, something like that. He's had a couple random good outings on the road in Boston, a big spot, at home against the Mets, his former team, not right now. And he's been fine. But besides that, I mean, Nate Eovaldi has absolutely dominated this Toronto lineup. Now, a lot of those guys are gone now, and I know Kirk and somebody else have, let me pull it up. Kirk and Vlad have really good numbers off of him, but everybody else has rather not seen him or doesn't have very good numbers. So, again, I think that Nate Eovaldi pitches well here today, but there's no way in hell I can lay minus 135 with the Texas Rangers coming home from a road trip. I just can't do it. So it's Rangers or pass, as gross as that is, but there's just no way I could bet that.
Yeah, I'm good on this one.
Nothing for me.
All right, next game. Arizona Snakes on the road. Oh, shit. Shout out Rockies. Shout out Sensatella. Shout out all the doubters, including Prop Beaver. His K-line's like 2.5, bro. He sucks.
You know what
You know what
that
he
is?
does? He freaking wins,
You
bro.
know what
That's
that
what I'm
is?
trying to tell you. He wins.
Guys just got fantastic bad luck. That's why I retired from the sport, man.
The
Just
leadership
shitty
is
sport.
the thing. And now he's now 8-4 in his last 12 starts at Coors Field. Prop Beaver sitting there looking at his K-line and not looking at W's and L's.
Just
and
a
wins.
shitty sport, man.
2.5 K line, 9 out of 10 gamer rating. So.
Yeah.
That's what I forgot about.
His gamer rating is at over under 9.5. So anyway, Jordan Montgomery and Ryan Felter. No, I'm not going back to it. I'm good. I got my Rockies money line yesterday, and I'm super good with it. Super okay with not going back to it.
Couldn't. Huge pass. If a gun to my head, over. But it was 11.5. It's moved down to 11 if I'm almost positive. Let me double check. Oh yeah, it's at 11.5 again, so it hasn't really moved. 11.5 plus 100 on FanDuel. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't want to get weird. It's easy pass. Feltner's been like somewhat decent. In his okay. Let's see. Baltimore, Miami, the Mets. I mean, it was only like 10 total innings. Baltimore hit a whole bunch off of him, but Miami and New York didn't. I guess that was only 1 inning against the Mets. I'm really trying to find reasons to not bet it, but yeah, it's over or pass. There's fantastic weather. It's obviously Coors Field. I want nothing to do with this game. I felt I got very lucky with my Snakes first 5 run line yesterday, and I don't really want to deal with anything else in this series today.
Gems wants to run it back with Rockies again, and I do respect your tenacity, but I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I would give you that if they would have a starting pitching advantage how they're pitching right now, Feltner's pitching better, and then there's a huge but behind this. Feltner in his career against the Diamondbacks, 11 total innings, 13 runs. I mean, it's been really, really bad. So if he pitches well here tonight, Rocks might be free, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
What's next? Oh, Modi, I'm sorry. Did you have anything here?
Corbin Carroll's going to hit a home run. He's been hitting the ball incredibly hard. He hit a triple yesterday. That was 106.9 miles per hour off the bat. Felter hasn't been terrible, admittedly, but like just looking at the recent game log for Carroll, he's been hitting the ball again just so hard. Like last 3 times he made contact with the bat, all 3 have been over 100 plus miles per hour off the bat. The 4th time, also a hard hit. So Corbin Carroll home run. Plus 400 FanDuel.
I knew you were gonna pick a lefty if you had one. I thought it was gonna be young Jock.
The thing with Jock is if he doesn't get one in the first 6 innings, and they're just gonna put in a lefty against him.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
And that always makes me nervous.
I'm not gonna lie, Modi. You said this one with a bit. There was a bass in your voice. There was a confidence when you said it.
Well, he said it is gonna hit.
I know.
Yeah, it wasn't,
I was like,
yeah.
I've never.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. For those of you conspiracy theorists, Corbin Carroll's normally priced at like plus 800. He's at plus 400 now. So the books are basically saying that they don't want to get taken to the woodshed.
That wouldn't be a conspiracy theory, though. That means
Jesus.
That wouldn't be a conspiracy theory, though. That would mean that they have angles they like for Corbin Carroll to hit one.
Sure.
Or
I guess,
or is your dog trying to remind you they're in Coors Field, and maybe that's why the number's a little bit different? That
is true, but the opposite side of that is Coors is like the 14th most home runs this year, like about like over expectation or something. So like it's not been the same Coors as normal. But yeah, either way, I don't know. He's like in Cincinnati, he wasn't priced at plus 400.
I'm adding that to the list. I don't know the way Modi said it. I don't know. Carroll home run. I don't bet home run props very rarely.
But the way he said that.
What's up?
But the way he said it.
The way he said it, right?
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. He doesn't talk like that normally.
And the dog started barking, which
I know.
It's a good sign.
Or he's warning us not to do it. The dog.
That's true.
White Sox Angels in
What kind
LA.
of dog is it?
I got two. One lab, one just total mutt rescue.
Someone before the dog like jumped on your lap, and someone before was like, "Oh, Modi's dog loves him." Yeah, it's because he didn't tail Matt's bets last night. All right, White Sox Angels in LA. White Sox put the hurt on Detmers last night.
Jesus Christ.
You didn't have a bet on that game though, right?
Oh, I did.
What'd you have? What'd you take in that? I don't remember you taking a bet in that game.
I took an L. Just know that.
Would you Angels first five?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops.
Almost.
You should have known the White Sox were going to put up a 10 piece, bro.
Yeah. Again, pure pass. Yeah, there's just, I mean, the Angels are what, minus 155? Like, no. And you know what? Chicago's won 3 in a row. And don't look now. It's not that they've only won 3 in a row. They've scored 19 runs those 3 games combined. So,
this is the wrong side. Griffin Canning at home against a bunch of right-handed bats. This is Angels all the way.
Again, there's no chance in hell I bet it. I'm just saying, like, Davis Martin on the road, bet on pitcher. There's no question about that. Boston, San Francisco, Oakland.
Hold on. Davis Martin on the road is a bet on pitcher.
100%.
You heard the man.
Yeah, that's that's no question for me.
Because of one start?
We'll keep going.
No, there's
Boston.
a couple. There's two good. What are you talking about? There's 2 good starts here. Oh man, I'm betting the Angels. This is crazy. I'm laying the juice.
Okay. I'm
Nothing
talking
for me.
Davis. Let's put this into context. We're talking about the Chicago White Sox and Davis Martin. I guess I'm not trying to make a case that he's like Cy Young out here. I'm just saying that
He's about to get
pitching
smashed,
all right.
bro.
probably.
I'm laying minus 154 on FanDuel. Canning at home. Canning gets right-handed bats. That's the sweet spot for the can man.
Your love for Griffin Canning needs to be.
No, I know the can man well. It's not that I love him. I just know him. We go back, me and the can man. You bet him at home against a bunch of righties. You don't touch him on the road. You don't touch him against lefties. Come on.
You don't touch him at all.
You don't.
He's like, come on. Come on.
You don't touch him.
Just don't touch
You
him.
do not touch him. All right. Let me just share this screenshot. All right. What's the next game, Prop Viewer? There we go. I'm in. What's up? Yankees. Oh shit. What's the price on this mess?
105 for the Seattle. 113 for the Yanks.
Not Woo. Oh God, not Woo.
Why not Woo? Well, you don't like Woo?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Woo anymore. What are you on the Mariners here?
I am. The Mariners have caught life the last few nights against Texas. And I'm going to take him with, I think that they have a starting pitching advantage here with Brian Wu on the mound. And we all know that I don't trust that Yankees bullpen as far as I can throw them. And I don't care if they're rested, ready to go, or anything of that nature. They still had to make a cross-country trip to a team that's been sitting at home for the last week and a half. I think there's an advantage for Seattle here tonight. The bats have woken up for Seattle over the last week or so. 7, 5, 5, 4, 5, 3, 10, 0, 6, and 6 their last 10 games. So the bats are there. Brian Wu, very, very good pitcher. I don't think if you're watching this show, you don't need me to tell you that. Has Luis Gil been really, really good? Yeah, this isn't me trying to make a case that I think that the Mariners are going to absolutely throttle him or anything like that. It's probably an under would be a decent bet as well. But with the Mariners, who obviously play much, much better at home, 45-30 at home compared to 32-43 on the road. Seattle at home, like I said, with a huge advantage, not having to travel and stuff. Yankees having to come in and travel. I took Seattle last night at plus 104. It's moved down a little bit, but I'm going to trust Seattle to keep on winning games. I think anytime that you can get a guy like Brian Wu on the mound with a rested bullpen behind him and them at home at plus money, it's kind of an automatic for me. So, Seattle money line for me.
I don't like how both these teams had the day off. And I feel like Seattle, who we know is a lineup that struggled for a lot of this season, especially the second half of it. Okay, they started scoring runs recently. Then they have the day off. And then they come back and they go back to being shit. I don't like that.
Well, speaking of shit, Yankees versus right-handed pitching over the last 14 days, 21st in WRC plus.
Right, but they had a day off. So they're going to come out.
Day off to fly across the country. Oh, let's just forget the right-handed pitching. Let's just do Yankees on the road then the last 30 days. 23rd in OPS, 22nd WOBA, 21 in our WRC plus. Guys, the Yankees aren't scoring right now. Let's just really it's all messed up. Damn it.
Give me Yankees. Put out Yankees for me. I'm not betting.
Oh, yes. Thank you, God.
This is a Yankee spot, man. I mean, the Mariners bats. This is going to be one of those games where like everyone's going to tail you on this, and then in the fourth inning they'll be like, "Why did I bet this shit team?"
And then Seattle will walk it off, and they'll realize that the Yankees bullpen is trash. And I know
they won't be within reach. It'll be 7-1. Who's going to get sparked here?
Probably
Yankees up.
Going to get sparked. I love it. Well, I'm kind of in agreement with that. I took Aaron Judge, another obviously incredibly square play, but he's plus 300 and he's still there, which that honestly makes me nervous. I was hoping that would come down over the course of the day, but Aaron Judge to hit a home run, you're never going to see him at plus 300. And I get it. Like Wu, if you look at his entire season, has been very, very good. Like his home run per 9 on the year is 0.94, which is very low. If you look at his last 10 starts, that's up to 1.17, which is still low, but it's a more manageable number. Look at his last 5 starts, it's all the way up to 2.01 home run per 9 in his last 5 starts, which I guess it's small sample size, but it's just creeping in the wrong direction. And in his last 5 starts, 11.2% barrel rate, 40% hard hit rate, 91.7 miles per hour average exit velocity, 20-degree launch angle. I think all those numbers across the board are bad. And Aaron Judge has been back to hitting the ball incredibly hard. Like he had that, whatever that Paw Patrol curse was, like he didn't hit a home run for the first 3 weeks after going on Paw Patrol.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, you don't know about the Paw Patrol
No,
curse?
what's that?
Well, he's broken it. Don't worry.
So
he's
true,
broken.
though.
Wait, but can someone explain it to me, please?
So after his first appearance on Paw Patrol, I believe it's a Nickelodeon show or a Disney Channel.
No, I know the show. I have nieces, but what does that have to do with Aaron Judge?
He was on the show. He had the whole team went out to center field. They watched the show on the Jumbotron with the whole team, and then the next 2 weeks after that, he was dead. He was dead.
He sucked.
He was dead. Like you mean he stopped hitting?
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't hit a home run for 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Who the fuck? Man, people
I
are
don't care.
crazy.
It was a funny joke that we
people
had
are
to
just trying to
explain.
recreate Grimace. You can't recreate that shit. That's
true.
the Grimace
Paw
magic.
Patrol Grimace, yeah, it's basically the same thing. I mean,
No. Grimace is real. Paw Patrol is made up.
Well, and then there's the Rizzler, but you won't accept the prophecy, so.
No,
Wait,
I don't even want to talk about. No, don't even stop.
Okay.
They talk about this freaking kid in the office. I don't understand. All
I
right.
don't know who that is.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
But I want to be clear. The Paw Patrol thing was a joke. The serious part is that Aaron Judge has been hitting the ball. Like the last 7 days, his average exit velocity is 100 miles per hour, which is crazy. So that's, and you're getting him at 300 and he's back. So that's why I'm actually on him, not because of Paw Patrol.
There's one other thing that I will add to Modai's play. If there's one team that Aaron Judge hits home runs off of, it's Seattle. He has more home runs off of Seattle than any other team in his career that's not in the AL East, who they obviously play a lot. But always throttling the Mariners. So just for that.
A lot of people are saying that the Yankees have a really good record on the first game of series. Is that a thing?
I could care less. So maybe.
I'm not big on those either, but I do like the idea of a trend shift when the teams have a day off. I think there's something to that. If like a team that isn't normally hitting is hitting, then has a day off, or a team that isn't hitting that normally is hitting has a day off. I sometimes the day off you'd be like, okay, fuck the last 14 days, give me the last 30 days. All right.
Thing that kind of switched the thing that kind of threw me to the Seattle side is that they're going to be able to, like, their main guys are righties, but Cal Raleigh, Rayleigh, JP Crawford, Polanco, Rojas, all lefties, and that's where Luis Gil can really start to get into trouble. So even if he pitches well against the top of the lineup, he's going to really have to work at the bottom of the lineup as well. So Yeah, I'm done.
We're split on this one as far as the community. This should be a cool game. I might bet the Yankees just so I have some. I'm sure the Discord will be buzzing about this one. All right, next game, Houston, San Diego, and Discord will be one-sided on this one because you've got like a Padres army in there now. You guys love the freaking Padres.
Damn right. Spoiler alert, Astros money line for me, plus 100.
Wait.
Gotta be done, guys. Oh, yeah, it's got to be done. Got to be done.
Hold
look,
on. What's going on here? The speech you gave yesterday about the Padres was so compelling. You love Michael King.
I do love Michael King, but if there is a game that Houston is going to win in this series, they're going to need this one. And I have no problem taking Hunter Brown on the road after he just got absolutely embarrassed by Oakland. We have Hunter Brown over his last 4 starts: Cincinnati, Baltimore, Boston, and Texas. Just under 20 innings, only 4 runs or so. The strikeouts are there. He's keeping the walks down. Not to mention we get a little bit of a revenge factor because the Padres absolutely slaughtered Hunter Brown last year. And Michael King, yes, he has been really, really good for the Padres, but he's also starting to slide at times. It's kind of like he kind of gets himself into some trouble with the hits. I mean, St. Louis, on the road in St. Louis, went 4 1/3 innings, gave up only 2 runs, but he had 7 hits. At home against the Giants, another 6 hits in 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, which has really helped him. But Michael King can get himself into issues here. And we have an Astros team that, again, is fighting for a spot with Mariners trying to catch them, I guess. I don't know if they're actually going to. But the thing with me is the bullpens. We have a Houston with a bullpen that's rested and ready to go. And San Diego Padres have the best bullpen in Major League Baseball. It's not even a question. But Suarez has went back-to-back days. Like I said, I knew that he would be available yesterday to get that taste out of his mouth. So he's went back-to-back nights. Tanner Scott, 2 of the last 3 nights. I'm sorry, 3 of the last 4 nights. Jason Adam, 3 of the last 4 nights as well. So the top 3 arms in that San Diego bullpen are pretty highly compromised. So the chances of you getting Michael King for probably 5 or 6 innings, and then you're going to see Morihone, Estrada, and Hoeing. And so they're probably not going to touch Hoeing, but they're definitely able to get to Estrada and Morihone most likely. So again, I took Houston at plus 100 last night. I think that there's a game in this series that they're going to win. It's going to be with Hunter Brown coming on, pitching on the road where he's been fantastic all year. Again, yeah. So I don't love it.
I do like a lot of things you said. It makes a lot of sense. I don't really know. Like, I don't know how I feel about that logic. If there's a game they're going to win, it's this one, though. I don't know how I feel about those kinds of angles. But, I mean, I guess I would be Astros or pass because I do agree with what you said.
I just really feel like if the Padres win this game, whether it be a blowout or they come from behind or however it works, like I just don't see like you're at a point for me. I'm at a point where it's just like you can't even fade. You just can't fade the Padres anymore. So, yeah. Again, we'll see what happens. I mean, Houston does have Framber on the mound tomorrow, but again, yeah. All right, we'll see.
Matthew.
Another one that I didn't actually bet, but I think is a good price. It's Jackson Merrill at plus 775. Like I get Hunter Brown's good, but Jackson Merrill shouldn't be plus 775 now to hit a home run. That's only at BetMGM. So for those of you that can bet more than $1 at BetMGM, that's worth it there. The next closest book is plus 630 at FanDuel. So it's like a play on the number because like that's just way too big for Jackson Merrill. It's a good price at that book. And Hunter Brown, like I don't know, he can like Hunter Brown throws heat. Jackson Merrill can take 1 yard like he did last night against Eric Getty. So yeah, that's just a crazy price at 775.
Wow, he took the took his favorite player. Jackson Merrill's Rookie of the Year is in jeopardy too. He needs one.
It's not even close.
Yes, it is.
He has been the MVP, like the home run betting MVP, because he's always priced at 600 or higher, always, and he's been incredible. I mean, I don't need to tell Tosis, but he's been incredible the last month.
Oh, he's been fantastic.
We've heard in the group, man.
They don't know
his mom actually followed me yesterday. I had a nice little conversation.
You talked to Jackson Merrill's mom.
Yeah.
Yo,
this is getting obscene. This is getting obscene. Get out.
Just send her a quick message.
You just
know
gave me, Prop Beaver, and Andy last for the night at the office tonight. Like, toast the Jackson Merrill mom jokes are going to be awesome. All right. How about a community parlay? Hit him with the song, yo.
All righty.
Community parlay, the parlay we bet, community parlay.
Because we had a good talk.
For the community be coming nice, making a parlay. Yeah.
All right. All right, community parlay. All right, yeah. So community parlay. Let's get it going. Yo, can you guys let me know if the community parlay hits? Because it hit a few days ago and no one even told me. Like, so let me know.
Like what the hell? All right. So what is it?
You ready?
Yep.
We'll go Giants money line. They probably voted for Snell. Dodgers money line. Braves money line. And Guardians money line. And while they're voting, want to clear the name so everyone can see.
Yes.
If you guys found Matthew compelling, Matt, want to tell them where they can find your stuff?
Yeah, you can find my stuff. The Twitter handle you see on the screen here at Jedi Modai. I do obviously a ton of NFL stuff, post YouTube videos, and also like I'll write articles for Newsweek. I'll post all that stuff on Twitter. So check me out there at Jedi Modai. I'm on the way to 10K followers, which I'm trying to get by the end of football season or the end of the calendar year. So follow me there.
Yeah, all the people from my group that are now daily viewers of his. I've never heard a negative word. They like his stuff a lot. So if you like the daily uploads and he puts some fun bets out there. They're like conservative ones mixed in with some fun ones too. If you want to get a little crazy, he has some of those too. So
yeah, I unit size responsibly, but I do like to play the long shots.
Yeah, I see you. I see you out there. All right. So I guess next will be Red Sox money line. Then Mets money line. Red Sox, Mets, Royals, Phillies would be the next four. Someone goes, Mrs. Merrill, let's talk casseroles.
Hey, she's a full-time teacher, okay? Leave her alone.
Oh,
full-time
my
teacher.
Lord. Y'all got into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, Toast is going to be invited out to the Merrill Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
I would love that.
You're gonna have his rookie of the year
He
ticket
would love
printed
that.
out.
I mean, the money that he's going to make me winning out the rookie of the year, I'll pay for the dinner. I don't care.
I think he can afford it, bro.
Good. Maybe.
Yeah. All right. What's the cast your votes? Cast your votes.
Royals.
Someone just called you Modai SquarePants. You know what? The home run picks were kind of square today. Rooker.
They were today. Yeah. I mean, the home run picks is like if someone that doesn't know baseball, they're just like, I'll bet Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, and Bryce Harper. So that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
All right. So next up, Cubs, Cardinals, Rangers with Eovaldi would probably be, and
Not funny.
Diamondbacks.
Give me the Sharpie.
I think he finds it funny though.
God damn it. No, because he knows how to he's learning to write. So he doesn't. Yeah, thank you. See, look at that. All those choices he had.
Oh, Lord.
17 choices.
You let him go play with Sharpies? He's gonna write all over the wall and shit.
No, you know what? I'm not even going to explain it. You don't have kids.
It's a blessing.
We have
Sometimes.
something else.
He's learning how to open things now. We got him like this little house that's got like 7 doors and all of them have a different key. And so he's starting to learn how to like get a key into a thing. And so he's like, oh, this has a lock. If I just push it this way, I can unlock it.
You need to unlearn that shit fast. Angels money line.
For real. Dodgers, Angels, Royals.
Did they vote Yankees or I'm going up? Damn it.
Dodgers.
Yankees money line. Damn, I can't remember. Astros money line they voted for. And then a second place would be, I got one right here. Either Cleveland or Mets. Pick one.
It's going to be the Mets.
Dodgers, Royals, Cubs.
And nobody want the skank-ass Guardians.
Mode, I like the vids you do with Slop. Oh, yeah. I saw you had Slop on recently. Modai, if you're a throwback, Modai and Slop used to do a Twitter Spaces. If you're an OG Modai fan,
Slop is so funny.
You're muted, Matt.
I was typing, and I don't want to break everybody's eardrums when I was typing.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, well you.
Yeah, that's a OG. That's a throwback. The Modai Slop Twitter Spaces.
Oh, he was doing it yesterday. I could hear him typing his 1,000 words a minute.
Yeah, my
I'm
bad.
jealous, actually.
Yeah, that was shout out. That was that was over a year ago. That was OG stuff.
I'm not a big fan of the Twitter Spaces. I feel like it's hard especially when you have multiple people. It's hard to like even follow and stuff. So I never really got into them.
533 Beaver.
It's hard to be myself on there.
Plus 533. The community parlay: Dodgers money line, Royals money line, Cubs money line, Mets money line. Plus 533. I did bet the Eagles plus 3. Let's see. Do I have a college bet to throw out here if someone wants to play some college football? Why would you want my college football bets after Saturday?
I got a college football bet. Tennessee spread.
Ooh. I have a bet in that game as well. Oklahoma money. No, I'm joking. I took the under 57.5, but I probably would lean Tennessee to cover. I think Oklahoma's really going to struggle to score. So I took the under in that one. You laid. I think you can get a 6.5 if you look, Modi.
I think I got it at 7. I actually didn't. Yeah, I must have gotten the bad price there. Yeah, I just think.
I don't know. I'll check now. You can get a juice 6.5 at FanDuel. That's it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know a ton about college football, so like I'm not pretending that I'm like capping this, but I'm not a believer. I think that guy Nico, or whatever his last name is an absolute animal.
This will be his first real test, though, because on the road in Norman, Oklahoma's defense. So, I mean, I'm sure there will be moments where he looks like a freshman, but yeah, I'm with it. I mean, Tennessee's the much better team, and Oklahoma's offense is broken right now, so I would lean that way too. I personally took the under 57.5. I think it'll be an ugly one. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Matt, thanks for joining. Talk to you guys later, same time tomorrow. Actually, I'll look at the schedule. Maybe me and Toast will do an early one. What's the schedule? Oh, there's only 3 early games? Nah, same time tomorrow, yo. Same time tomorrow. Later.
Stay goated.